As football talks. Napoli 4, Liverpool 1. Liverpool got the shock of their season in this game, beating 4-1, and a lot of the damage seems to have happened in the first half. Napoli repeatedly punished Liverpool for playing a high line, constantly counter-attacking and catching them off guard. And Joe Gomez, it has to be said, he didn't have his best game in Liverpool shirt in this game. It was a shocking result, and not many saw it coming. Liverpool have had a season of ups and downs, but this looked like something different. It looked like there were deeper underlying issues in this squad and in this team. Napoli opened the scoring after setting the tone of this game very early in the game. Napoli showed how this game was going to go. They showed signs of how this game was going to go when they came close to scoring, but later on, after Muna blocked a shot, he was adjudged to have handled the ball in the box, and a penalty was awarded, which Zielinski stepped up, and that was going to be the first act of a series of acts to put Liverpool under the sword. And Liverpool could barely hung on from that point on. Napoli kept on pushing and kept on applying pressure. Joe Gomez making an error again, which Osimhen caught him off guard, and he raced into the box and squared the ball for his teammate, but his teammate couldn't put the ball into the back of the net. But Napoli were determined to ensure that this game they ran out as big winners, and they were able to get the second goal after another Joe Gomez error, and he sort of lost concentration and focus. Anguissa played a 1-2 around him and found himself free in the box and put the ball into the back of the net to have Napoli 2-0 up. And this was all just in the first half. The first half felt almost like it was 400 minutes long because Napoli were doing so much in the space of in that just that little time. And Napoli were able to get the third goal again. Simeone, the man who put the ball into the back of the net, he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe what was happening. No one in the stadium could believe what was happening. No one who was watching could believe what was happening. This is Liverpool, the team which just finished in the Champions League final, got to the Champions League final last season, being having no answer to the questions Napoli were asking. And Napoli again got the third goal in that same first half again through Simeone. And later on, as the second half reduced in the very early stage of the second half, they were able to get the fourth goal again after Zielinski's shot was saved by Alisson, but he put the rebound into the back of the net, and that proved to be Napoli's last goal and last act of the game. And Liverpool were able to get a consolation goal of theirs as well after Robertson stole the ball in the middle of the pitch, and he set up Luis Diaz, who cut inside from the from the left hand flank and sent his shot into the bottom corner. A very fantastic goal, but it only proved to be a consolation goal. Napoli played a fantastic game, and their new boy Kvaratskhelia has been playing like like no one expected this season. He has been on fire in the league, and he has shown also that he's also made for the Champions League. It was a fantastic performance by him and his teammates. Zelinski, for me, the man of the match, excellent in midfield. Osimhen working hard. He missed a penalty after Van Dijk brought him down, but everyone knows that he's quality, and no, not many will bet against him scoring. For me, I think there are various ways that this can be looked at. But one of the ways this game can be looked at is that at the end of the day, it's still a group stage game. This is not a knockout game, and there's too many games to play for Liverpool to qualify. But Liverpool will have to sort their act out because playing like this is going to be very difficult to see Liverpool. Even if they qualify, it's going to be difficult to see them progressing to the first stages of the competition. This was a shocking. It was their defending in this game by Liverpool was shocking, and it's not something we're used to seeing. Playing a high line, this partnership of Joe Gomez and Van Dijk doesn't seem to be their strongest one, but there have been injuries at the beginning at this point in the season, even though the season just began, and Klopp has had to rely on this partnership. But I don't think many people are confident about this partnership between Van Dijk and Joe Gomez as one that the team can use to fight for honours and fight for wins in games. Liverpool will be disappointed with this result, and a lot of players didn't seem to be at their on their so didn't seem to have their best day, Salah included. But it can happen. You can't play your best football every week. But Liverpool will need to sort their act out because this is unacceptable by their standards. We love to hear comments section below. What did you feel about Napoli's performance in this game? Kvaratskhelia has it seems like he has added a different dimension to this team. He was creating goals and chances in this game, and he never seemed to stop running and working for the team. Where do you see Napoli finishing, or where do you see Napoli getting to in the Champions League this season? What do you feel? Do you feel that they finished tactical? Do you feel what do you feel they need to do to even play better than they played today? If you feel that they even need to play better than they did, let us know in the comment section below. Same goes for Liverpool as well. What do you feel this result means for Liverpool now? Do you feel it's just a one-off, or do you feel it's just early season performances, or do you feel it's just rustiness, or do you feel it's something they can shake off and they can get find their best way back? They began this game with Firmino because he seemed like he had finally hit some form after having some trouble in the last year or two, and but he couldn't really make too much of an impact in this game. He played a good game against Everton at the weekend, but this game he couldn't really make too much of an impact. What do you feel is the best Liverpool team to attack the season with? What do you feel Liverpool need to do to avoid performances and results like this, to play better and to get their season back on track and win consistently like we know they can? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. I'm looking very forward to hearing from you again next game. Goodbye.